世界に僕は立つか光が見えなくて破裂してゆくもの
You fought rather well, considering your wounds.
They must have realized it the moment they first laid eyes on one another. Realized that long before they had ever met, destiny had planned this encounter. They were not two ships passing in the night. They understood each other better than they understood themselves. Their focus was solely reserved for the other.
You are Shinya Kogami.
And you are Shogo Makishima.
Your attention, please. This is the Criminal Investigation Department of the Public Safety Bureau. For your protection, access to this block is currently restricted. Neighborhood residents are required to immediately evacuate this area. This message will now repeat. Your attention, please. This is the Criminal Investigation Department of the Public Safety Bureau. For your protection, access to this block is currently...
Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, do you know where I can find Inspector Ginasa?
Right here. Well, you've got some awful luck to get this assignment your first night on the job.
Inspector Akane Tsunemori reporting for duty, sir. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is my first day.
I know. I'm sorry, but the CID's short on manpower tonight. I don't have time to give you the rookie treatment. Our target's name is Nobuo Okura. A street scanner flagged him during a Q check. He was ordered by a security drone to receive therapy, but he panicked and ran. His recorded psychopath was forest green, so we can expect his aggression and compulsion to be high.
Why would somebody choose to let their hue get so cloudy over receiving treatment?
There's a strong chance he's using incompatible narcotics. Regardless, he's far enough gone that we don't need to wait for Sybil's judgment. Of course, he had to pick an abolition block to hide out in. So that's the challenge. The block's not wired with a relay device, so we can't send in any drones. On top of that, we've got multiple eyewitness accounts stating that Okura took someone captive while fleeing.
He's got a hostage?
According to the witness reports, it looked to be a woman in her early 20s. We still haven't confirmed her identity yet.
The block's been fully evacuated?
The city record's listed as uninhabited, but it's become a den for the homeless. So be prepared.
A paddy wagon?
The guys you're about to meet, don't think of them as human beings. Their psychopath crime coefficients are above regulation value. They're all deeply disturbed. They would normally be completely isolated as latent criminals, but we allow them into the outside world for a single purpose: to flush out and hunt down criminals just like themselves. They're nothing more than hunting dogs. The best way to track a beast is with a beast. We call them enforcers. Each one of them is your subordinate.
You said we were getting a rookie, but you didn't say she would be so cute.
This is Inspector Akane Tsunemori. From today on, you'll know her as your second owner.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm assuming you've already been briefed on the target's data, right? He's backed himself into a corner and we're gonna tighten the noose. We'll split into 2 groups and zero in. All right, Kanizuka and Kagari, you 2 are with me. The other 2 are with Inspector Tsunemori.
Roger that, sir.
Ah, why do they get the babe and I get stuck with your ugly mug? Psst. Man, that guy has no sense of humor.
Because he knows you weren't joking.
Have fun out there.
So, what should I do now?
You could order us to take a coffee break and sit on our asses. I don't think we'd argue with that.
Why don't you try earning your paycheck? How's that sound?
No reason for you to look so nervous, little lady. You've used a Dominator before, haven't you?
Well, I've received basic training.
Then you know that it's a gun that reads the psychopaths of the target you're aiming at. The safety's only released when it registers the target as a latent criminal. All you gotta do is follow the Dominator's commands. If it says shoot, then shoot.
That's simple, huh?
The basic mode is set to paralyze her. As the name implies, it'll only temporarily paralyze the target so we can take him into custody. Go on, there's nothing to be scared of.
Activating Dominator Portable Psychological Diagnosis and Suppression System. Now online. User authentication. Inspector Akane Tsunemori, Public Safety Bureau, Criminal Investigation Department. Dominator usage approved. You are a valid user.
You'll get used to that. It's a directional voice. Only you can hear it since you're holding it. Before long, it'll blend right in with your own thoughts.
Do the target.
What about briefing? Shouldn't we have a meeting, come up with some kind of plan of how we're gonna catch this guy?
The 2 of us will hunt the prey. You'll observe our every move. That's all there is to it.
I was thinking something a little more strategic.
All he's saying is leave it to us. We may not look it, but I promise you we know what we're doing.
Our methods work just fine. But since you're the inspector, you're responsible for us. If you decide that you don't like the way I'm doing things, shoot me with your Dominator.
What?
We're latent criminals too, no different than the target, so paralyze us if you have to.
I guess it might help to know our names. That stubborn bastard is Shinya Kogami, and this old bastard is Tomomi Masaoka. I'm looking forward to working with you. I'm sure you'll do fine.
Oh, thank you.
Well then, should we head out?
Until today, I've lived a more earnest and honest life than anyone. I've spent my whole life walking on eggshells. The perfect upright nobody they want us to be, not bothering anyone and keeping to myself. Then one time a street scanner red flags me, and just like that they start treating me like a criminal. It's over for me. There's no coming back from this. Basic employment, marriage, it's all impossible now. Well, fine then. I've restrained myself all this time, but what's the point? I might as well be what they say I am. I might as well just kill anyone I feel like.
Please don't.
I'll let you in on one thing I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to have sex with a beautiful woman like you. And not just a virtual one, but a flesh and blood woman I can feel screaming.
What about Kogami? I didn't see which way he...
Crime coefficient under 60. Enforcement action not required. The trigger is now locked. Crime coefficient over 120. Target is a registered enforcer. Status: enforce at will. Trigger safety now released.
He doesn't act like one, but he really is a latent criminal. He seems just like a normal person.
I've heard some rumors floating around about you. Is it true you were top of the class in your training?
Yeah, I guess so.
Here's a piece of friendly advice. Wipe each and everything you learn there out of your head as quickly as you can. None of that crap's gonna help you on a real case. You probably think that sounds unreasonable, huh? Well, let me tell you, all the time I've spent on this job, I have yet to encounter a single reasonable thing. Everything a person thinks and wishes for. We live in a time when a man's own mind is wide open to anyone with the right machine. Despite this universally known fact, there's still plenty of people wanting to deceive or hurt other humans. Now, does that sound reasonable to you? All the theories and logic they filled your head with don't mean squat out here in the field. I doubt it'll take you too long to realize just how pointless your training was. So be prepared to be unprepared.
Do you think...
Come in, this is Hound 4. I found the target on the 4th floor of the KT building. What are your orders?
Okay, hold your position and keep an eye on him. Hound 2 and I will box him in.
Sure. Although, considering how worked up he is right now, I don't know if the hostage is gonna make it that long. You sure you don't want me to go ahead and capture him?
Fine. Don't mess it up.
Of course not.
Crime coefficient over 190. Enforcement action required.
Well now, you are a degenerate. Kagari, what the hell are you doing? The paralyzer didn't work. He's gotta be hopped up on stimulants or something.
The target's threat judgment has been reappraised. Enforcement mode, lethal eliminator.
Shit. Ah, great.
Is this...
It's an oracle from the Sybil system. New judgment on Okura. Seems he's overextended his welcome in this world.
elimination? Just because he got flagged by a routine street scam?
He probably drove himself into a corner and it just got worse. Nothing will work on him anymore, not even therapy. The judgment states he's way outside the realm of rehabilitation. It's a damn shame your first case has turned out to be such a nasty one.
Damn, look at my psychopath. I didn't even know it could get this cloudy. It looks like somebody covered it in mud. Hey, take a gander at your psychopath. It almost looks exactly like mine. I guess you and I are just alike now. It'll be just as bad for you if they catch us. They'll lock you up as a latent criminal and torture you for the rest of your life.
Better wrap this thing up before the hostage passes the point of no return.
You don't mean Psycho Hazard, do you?
I do. It's a sad fact crime coefficients can be contagious. Young people these days are rarely exposed to severe stress, so they're likely to break down when confronted with violent actions.
Yeah, I actually wrote a thesis paper on the subject.
Well, let me be the first to tell you it could happen to any one of us. Enforcers, for example. You want to know the reason we became enforcers in the Freeze!
Stay back! Drop your guns or she dies! Step back! Die! Why?
You have my deepest sympathies. This is Hound 3. Enforcement complete.
Using an old man and a rookie as a decoy? You got a pair of cold stainless steel balls, don't you, Cole?
Whatever it takes to earn the paycheck, Pops.
It's okay. We're with the Public Safety Bureau. I promise you're safe now. Just calm down. Ma'am, we're here to rescue you, that's all.
No! You can't do this to me. Please don't.
Mr. Masaoka?
Listen to me now. You need to check her stats on your gun.
Crime coefficient over 160. Enforcement action required.
Well, nothing we can do about it.
Leave her alone!
What are you doing?
We're supposed to be protecting her!
What the hell do you think the paralyzer is for? We'll knock her out and take her in to get help.
She's frightened and confused! You don't have to use the Dominator on her!
You know the Dominators are connected straight to Sybil. The city system itself has determined this woman is a threat to society. Think about what that means.
And you're just perfectly fine with shooting an innocent woman? I refuse to accept that's right!
Stay back. Leave me alone. Don't come any closer. Get away from me!
Kogami, wait! Please, you can't do this. Please stop. She's the victim here, and we can't...
The target's threat judgment has been reappraised. Enforcement mode. Lethal eliminator. Trigger safety released. Aim carefully and eliminate the target.
Please stop. I said stop! That's enough now. You've got to put the lighter down. Because if you don't, then I can't stop this gun from killing you. Please. I only want to help you. Throw the lighter down and everything will be fine.
The target's threat judgment has been reappraised. Enforcement mode. Non-lethal. Paralyzer. Trigger safety release. Aim calmly and subdue the target.
Inspector Tsunemori, I want a thorough explanation of your actions. I expect a detailed report first thing in the morning.
Good grief. Where the hell do they find these rookies? Talk about a piece of work.
レンガの病棟